Hey Daniela, on my last vacation, I went to my grandma's house, and while I was on my way, the car broke down. So we stayed on the road for about 2 or 3 hours waiting for someone who could help us. I didn't even know what happened to the car.
That sounds frustrating. If the car hadn't broken down, you would have had a much smoother trip. And you probably would have spent those extra hours relaxing at your grandma's instead of being stuck on the road.
Yeah, exactly. We ended up losing so much time, and it was so hot that day too.
That makes it even worse. If it hadn't been such a hot day, waiting for help would have been a bit easier, don't you think?
For sure. I was sweating like crazy, but I guess things like that happen. We just had to make the best of it.
But still, if you had known what was wrong with the car, you might have been able to fix it faster. It's always better when you don't have to rely on someone else, right?
Definitely. If I had known, I probably would have tried to figure it out myself. It was such a waste of time just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, but at least you were safe. If you had tried to fix something without knowing, things could have gotten worse. It's good you waited for help, even if it took forever. And so I went to this water park last summer with my family, and it was supposed to be a fun day. But as soon as we got there, it started raining really hard. All the rides were closed, and we had to wait for hours, hoping the rain would stop. By the time it did, the park was about to close, so we barely got to enjoy anything.
That sounds really bad. Maybe if you had checked the weather before planning your trip, it wouldn't have happened, because you would have been prepared for how the weather would be. It's sad to hear that. So, what do you do after that? I know that sometimes it can be trying to wait for hours and then realize the park is about to close, right?
Yeah, I know. It was such a disappointment. And you're totally right. If we had checked the weather beforehand, we would have planned for a different day. We didn't expect it to rain that much. And after waiting for hours, we were also tired and frustrated. We just decided to leave early and grab something to eat. But honestly, it felt the whole day was wasted. And if we had known the park was going to close too soon, we would have waited at all. We could done something else with the time.
I have done the same as you. It's a bit sad because I know that maybe you and your family were looking forward to have fun at the water park. But yeah, that kind of thing happens all the time. So I recommend you check the weather before planning everything.
I've definitely learned my lesson after that. It's frustrating, especially when everyone's looking forward to it. But you're right, these things happen, and now I make sure to check the weather every time I plan something outdoors. Thanks for the tip. Hopefully, next time we'll have better luck.